veterans, and welcome to another episode of The Veteran Entrepreneur. I am now in the truck with my family on the way back to Tampa after spending 24 hours, like literally just 24 hours, less than 24 hours in Jacksonville. And I went to this event, Vets for Vets. It was an amazing event, and I met a lot of veterans there. I actually met a lot of vetpreneurs that happened to be at the event, and it was amazing to get FaceTime with these vetpreneurs, each of them doing something amazing in the veteran world. But one specific veteran I hung out with the majority of the time today is Corey Schaffer, and he does some amazing things, and it got me to thinking, all right, so a big thing that I've seen in the veteran community, that I've seen over and over and over again all the time, is what we all learned in the military. The one tool that actually damages us in the business world more than it helps us, and that tool is selfless service. Now, what selfless service means is that we put everybody's needs before our own, right? And of course we do. That's what we learned in the military. You serve for the greater good, not for yourself. And that's every veteran I talk to has an idea for a nonprofit. Every veteran I talk to wants to help save the world, and I think that's great, and I'm glad that you as a veteran want to do that, and I know that you can. The biggest thing I want you to understand is you can't save the world if you don't save yourself first. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not making sure that you and your family are fed before feeding everybody else, right? So what a lot of people do is say, I want to start a nonprofit. You have money? Are you making enough money to feed yourself? No, but I know I can make that in the nonprofit. That's the wrong answer. All right, the right answer is find a way to serve yourself first so that you can selflessly serve. So that's why I call it selfish service. Because selfish service will eventually transform into selfless service, but not if you do selfish service first and hope that it transforms into selfish. It doesn't work that way. All right, so what I want you to do is if you want to find a way to save the world, first save yourself. Find a business or a job or a career that will help you take care of your family first before you take care of everybody else. Take care of yourself first, because if you are not eating, if you are not keeping your electricity on, if your rent is always falling behind, how can you help others do that? I can't tell you how many veterans I talk to that want to help homeless veterans, and while going through the process of helping homeless veterans, nearly end up homeless themselves. So I don't want you all building nonprofits. Do you know how many nonprofits there are in this world? Do you know how many freaking nonprofits there are just in the veteran community? Thousands and thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands, maybe even a million. I don't know. I know there's a lot. And what I know is that it's so hard to spend all day having to beg people for money, having to tell them why they should give you money. Instead, use what Corey has done. Find a way to implement what Corey does. Create a business and use those proceeds from that business to do something good, right? That's what Corey does. He doesn't have a nonprofit. He sells apparel, and in exchange for that apparel, they pay him money, and that money goes towards creating plaques for family members that of the fallen, right? Now that's how you do selfish service. That's how you take care of yourself first so that you can take care of others, so that you can save the world. You cannot save the world for free, right? Even though we live in a country that's free, it is not free to live here. It is not free to live. You have things that you have to take care of. You have priorities. You have responsibilities. You have mouths to feed, whether it's your own or your kids. Okay, let me know if it does.
Okay, it's on.
All right, sorry, I'm trying to reconnect there. Anyways, feed yourself, feed your family first before you're concerned about feeding the rest of the world. For those of you that have nonprofits right now, that have already started these nonprofits, if you really want to succeed, stop asking people for money and start selling things. Sell shirts, sell hats, sell products, sell merchandise, sell something, instead of just asking them to donate. Because I can tell you right now, I used to run a nonprofit, and the hardest thing we could do was get people to donate money. I was on over 70 global media outlets with the nonprofit that I ran. It was all about suicide prevention for the veteran community. Guys, even after being on global, international news, I still couldn't make enough donations, couldn't get enough donations to continue doing what I was wanting to do. Why? Because I was asking people for money instead of offering them something in exchange for that money. So forget selfless service right now. I know it's hard. I know you are trained to be selfless. Focus on selfish. Be selfish right now. Take care of yourself, and then let that transform into selfless service. I help veterans, all right? I help them build massive empires. That's my job. But I get paid to do that. Why? Because I have to be selfish in order to be selfless. Because I have to make sure that my kids are fed, that my wife is able to chase her dreams, that I can live a lifestyle that provides the opportunity for me to help veterans. If I did all this shit for free or as a nonprofit, I would spend the majority of my time trying to raise money instead of spending the majority of my time helping people make money. And I can't do that without taking care of myself, without making money. All right? So what I want you to do is I want you to stop thinking about nonprofits, start thinking about business, stop thinking about the rest of the world and start thinking about yourself just for a little while. It doesn't have to be forever, but for a little while, put everybody else on the back burner. Put your brothers and your sisters on the back burner. I know that's hard to hear, but you need to do it. Put everybody else on the back burner until you take care of yourself. Once yourself is taken care of, then go and save the world like you want to. Just start thinking about yourself. As always, keep kicking ass in business, and I love each and every one of you.